our deadline is fastly approaching for SEMA. We've got about 90 days left on our calendar here, which is about 13 weeks. You can see we got our bed painted, our candy. I got it back here curing. I'm gonna let this cure a little while, then I'm gonna sand it down with 600, get it real flat, then do my 3 coats of flow clearing. In the booth, I've got the cab. I'm working on getting it masked up today, and the hood and all the little Mickey Mouse pieces that go with the front end. And doing this candy, you've got to make sure that all your metallics and all your candies match. So I'm setting it all up just like it would be on the truck. So let's go take a look in the booth and see how my masking project's coming.
All right, here's our rear inner fenders. They're ready to be sanded and reflow cleared. My inner panels that we had talked about on my door panels, I've got the candy sprayed around it. I got my chrome masked off. I'm waiting on the wood to come back, and I'm going to insert the wood. When I get the wood back, over here we've made a stand and a jig for our tailgate. Our tailgate is painted and it's ready for the 600 and flow clear. The console, which is already cleared. And inside the booth here, which is a little mess, I'm working on my masking. I've got my interior painted on the cab. I'm working on doing my foam edge tape around the edges to do the blend for between the door jamb and the outside of the truck. And my fenders are in here, my hood is in here. The inside of the hood has already been painted, sanded, buffed, and slick. And my front panel is here. So I'm fixing to get back at my masking and get this cab ready to paint. And you've already seen the frame and running gear here. Got that running real nice. So it's time to get back at it.
All right, I got all my candy on. I started about 4 o'clock in the morning. I put on 13 layers of material. I got done at about 12 o'clock. It just takes that much time in between the curing times and prepping and everything involved in spraying this much material. You can see I got my parts laid out as the way they would be on the truck. As I spray my metallic and spray my candy, I try to come down the sides the exact same way so I have a nice consistent candy look throughout the truck. It always turns out pretty nice when you do that. This candy is not that hard to spray as long as you stay focused on everything that you're doing here. And also I've gotten a little extreme with doing the 5 layers of candy and doing inside the bed and inside the cab and outside the truck, and every bit of it is going to be candy. So my next step here is to sand all this with 600 like we had talked and do my flow clearing on all of it. But let me give you a little closer look at all this.
All right, you can see here, it is pretty slick, but it does get a little bit of grain and a little bit of texture when you add that many layers of material. And like I talked in some of my previous videos, I'll just sand that out, put on another coat of clear, and it'll really be slick. You can see all my, well, I've got my jams. I did my tape edge on it. All my interior's candy. Went ahead and stuck my headliner up there in place. Really gonna be nice.
Well, it's Friday night, about 6:30. I've been out here since about 7 this morning. It's ending the week 13. I got about 12 weeks to finish this thing. I've got my outside flow cleared and ready for buff. Actually just going to put it on the frame. Got my frame back with my exhaust, and just a lot of work to do here. So let me show you around a little bit of what I've got done here. Inside I've got most of this buffed. I've been inside here for about the last 4 hours or so. I've got the top back half to go. I'm just polishing it up a little bit before I put it on the frame. And then let's go around the thing and I'll show you the console and the frame.
Outside here I've got my flow clear. It's been sanded and flow cleared. Then over here is my console. Got my console together. Looks pretty nice. Every bit of that is handmade. Here's my ignition key to start it. Put a little glove box in it. Tailgate's here ready to be re-cleared. Here's my frame. And my exhaust. Got my bumper on. I'll show you back here, and then how the back of it's going to look. And there's my license plate. We still got to work on a little bit, but that's where we're at in about ending week 13, starting week 12.